Who knew that of all places, the Triforce would appear here, in the realm of Twilight? Hey there everybody, this is Spiraling Helix. In the last episode, we made our way through the Palace of Twilight, defeated Zand once and for all, and now we are ready to fight Ganon and save Zelda in Hyrule Castle. Well, we might be ready for it, but I want to prepare myself just a little bit more. So what we are going to do in this episode is, number one, we are going to take on the Cave of Ordeals. And when I say number one, I mean we'll probably have that happen towards the end, as we are going to collect all of the remaining Poe Souls, as well as grab a few other things like Poe Souls, heart pieces, stamps, all of them. We are going to finish all of them, except the stamps, because there's some in Hyrule Castle actually. But apart from that, I've got this, guys. I've got this. Trust me. So the first stop is, of all places, here in the fishing hole. Now the reason why I have come here to the fishing hole is because I would also like to fill out my fishing journal. As you know, it's something in the game that the game kind of wants you to fill out. So I'm going to head all the way up to this point, and with the coral earring on our fishing rod, we will now be able to catch another type of fish, and this is just the place that I know I can catch it in. So let's go fishing. Oh hey, is that it? Hold on a minute. Let me check if that's the fish I was going for. Hylian pike? Oh my goodness, okay, that's a fish that you can get. Not the fish I was going for though. So, I guess that saves a little bit of time elsewhere. There we go, finally! That took a lot longer than I thought. Usually it's very common in the fishing hole, but there it is, the Hylian bass. I'll be sure to show off what I think the best place to get the Hylian pike is as well. But I think that's all. I'll save roll goal and lure fishing for bonus episode, so stay tuned for that. Next place is the Hidden Village. Right, so here I am in the Hidden Village. Sadly, daytime just happened. There is usually a Poe up here, but I'm sure I could kill time with a little something. As you can see, there are a lot of cats here. And I'm just going to ignore all of them and head back here to where the Howling Stone is, as if I talk to this cuckoo here. Oh, welcome. This is the Forgotten Village. 30. No, more like 20. That's how many cats have made it back here to the village. So perhaps you could, you know, just play with them? Sure thing. Oh, thanks so much. They're all so lonely. Perhaps you could talk to every one of them? But if you leave the village, it will be like you never talked to any of them. Do you understand? Cats are forgetful. Oh, and let me give you a tip for speaking to all of them. Start at one end. Got it? Okay, I don't get why I showed the door, but we gotta hear the song again! And the intro, wow. So basically, we have 20 cats to talk to. However, we can't see how many we have, except for the fact that they'll know which one they are. If we do talk to them again, though, it's like, oh, we've already spoken. Now, this first part's pretty easy. They're literally everywhere, and they just come running to you a lot. They tend to lie down in a spot, though, and this can actually be quite tricky and hard to find the last one at the very least. But that's 7 out of 20 already, off to a great start. And this is so much fun, just talking to cats. I didn't mean to fall down, but that's okay. You will need to transform in order to come up to this section up here, so we can talk to more cats. Is there one over here? No, but there are some along here. That's number 9. And going back here, there's one through the window that we need to get. This is probably the hardest one to get to in terms of platforming. That is not how you do it. But that's okay, because down here is number 10. Halfway through, guys. That's okay. That one just fell off the roof, but cats can survive from a 7-story fall, can't they? That's how it goes, right? Anyway, though, let's go in here, as behind these barrels is number 13. Now, there is one up there, maybe 2, but right by the door. Number 14. Let's go. Meow. Meow. Make your best cat noises. Mew. Meow. I don't know. 16, no. Only 4 left. There's one right over here, isn't there? Nope. Okay. Where could they be? I haven't been in this building yet. They couldn't possibly be in here. So that's 17. There aren't any behind where the cuckoo is. Thankfully, there's one up there. And I need to be Human Link to climb up here, don't I? Because Wolf Link is very long. 18, 2 more, and I know exactly where they both are. Number 19 is here, which leaves one left, and we've seen it through the window. Every time I fall and miss, though, that does mean I have to go back down here. I could try making the jump as Human Link. I haven't actually tried that before. At the very least, I'll break the window. Wow, that's so much easier. Now, the cats don't like Human Link. Thankfully, though, I just pushed it off. What fun, 20th one, meow! Wow, meow. Everyone is getting along, meow. Go tell the cuckoo leader. Yes, for talking to all 20 cats and looking at them all curled up is quite cute. After we talk to the cuckoo leader, you talk to all of them, thanks. Now, your prize is in front of the old lady's house. Make sure you pick it up before you leave. Sure thing, Mr. Cuckoo. Now, I guess time doesn't pass while I'm here inside the hidden village, which makes me think that the Poe doesn't spawn until you've got this piece of heart. One more piece of heart remains in the entire game, guys. Don't worry, we will get that one once I grab the Poe here. Now, I'm pretty sure that minigame becomes available once you complete the city in the sky, but it is completely possible that it's only available... I mean, it is possible that it becomes available after you restore... once you find the sky cannon? I really don't know, guys. It sort of just happens. So I always use the city in the sky as a point of reference. But there's the Poe. So I guess you do need to finish the cat minigame first. And can I just say, I'm shocked and stunned that I managed to do that minigame without accidentally talking to a cat again. Not once did I do that. Anyway, annoying Poe locations number 3, or whatever number I'm up to at this point. Here we go, and easy every time. With that, only 3 Poe souls remain, and they are all in the Cave of Ordeals. So now I'm going to warp to Kakariko Gorge so we can get the final piece of heart and have the glorious full health, the 20 hearts that we so deserve for coming this far, actually. Just up here, avoiding all of these enemies. Thank goodness I got that Poe when I did, because it is daytime now. That was pretty close, actually. And no more Poes are actually out and about during the day, so that's nice. Anyway, let's grab onto these claw shot targets and make our way down, where we will find, along this plant stuff. I always forget, I never remember what I call this stuff. What? Ivy? Ivy, it's always the first thing to pop into my head. But with that, we've done it, guys. We have done it. That is all 45 pieces of heart, all the heart containers. We have done it, guys. We have accomplished all of the pieces of heart and heart containers. So I think the next best stop is the Cave of Ordeals. Now there are a few things in Castletown and just below Castletown that we will do, but you know, we may as well do them all afterwards once we return the pose to Giovanni. So let's head down into the Cave of Ordeals. So the Cave of Ordeals, welcome to this gauntlet of battles. Your power is a gift given only to those with confidence to wield it. Now, the Cave of Ordeals is a mini dungeon of sorts. It is a gauntlet. We have 50 floors of enemies to defeat. Defeating all the enemies on a floor will lower the door, allowing us to pass on to the next one. We will see many different types of enemies, ranging from very simple ones, as you can see, to very tough ones. Very, very tough ones. And I've never done this on Master Mode before. Now, every 10 floors we will come across something quite special. So, I will be sure, actually the boomerang might be a bit better here. I'm gonna just keep my... I did not let go, I hit the other button. There we go. Gonna keep my fishing rod equipped. So I reckon I will go through the first 10 floors and then I will just speed up the footage because the floors do get tough and long and you probably don't want to spend your whole time with me doing that. So I'll speed up the footage and play some awesome music relating to some of the enemies that we will be fighting. But first of all, let's deal with these basic enemies. From the beginning of the game, the Forest Temple area included, and Farron Woods in general. But I think it will change at about floor 5 to be based on the Goron Mines. And actually, arrows would be quite nice here. I should get my bomb arrows ready. Bomb arrows would be amazing. Oh, look at those arrows. 100 of them. I always do that. I always do that. There we go. And yes, here we have some fire slugs. Thankfully they drop down, unlike those Deku Barber Serpents, whatever they're called. The weird things that you cut the stems off, and we fought them in with the mid-boss, with the things and the and the Forest Temple, and yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? We just killed him in like the last room. And wait, there's... Oh, I didn't even realize you were still there. I was busy changing my items. I'm getting like my ball and chain out because it's good against enemies. But as you will see, I'll probably want my spinner there. Now it is worth noting, it is actually beneficial to come in here with an empty bottle. However, you're probably gonna empty your bottles while you're in here. I only actually have one fairy going through here, so there's a high chance that I die. Thankfully, I do have some rare true. No, do I have rare true? Is that rare true? How do I? Wait, maybe if I look at it like this. Okay, I do have rare true. Cool. So I do have rare true jelly, and some great fairy tears that Giovanni gave us for defeating 20 pros and returning their souls to him. Die Tektites! Going into... Oh, you know, I guess we did see them in the Goron Mines. But I guess this is going into... Yeah, this is Lakebed Temple territory now. And look at this! Hiding Boblin archers underneath the entrance. You will find some sneaky things like that later on. So do be careful. Sometimes it is worth just having a look around inside the room before jumping down to see what lies in store. So just checking that. Oh, and I guess that's 10 floors. Down here we will find... Welcome, hero, to the Cave of Ordeals. I am the Great Fairy. I reign over all fairies of this realm as their queen. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Orden Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the ancient power that allows one to walk along a cliff without a single foothold. If you want to give up the fight for now and go re-equip yourself, I can return you to the surface. You need merely speak to me. Of course, if you do return to the surface, you have to go through all previous floors again. So, for every 10th floor, not only will you get fairies appearing at a spring around Hyrule, you will also find a stamp. Now, of course, on the floor after the 10th one, as well as defeating all... Whoa, there's rats! As well as defeating all the enemies, you will need to be able to actually make it to the door in order to continue down. As you can see, the door is actually blocked off by a wall, but we needed the spinner to get through. Now, you have needed to complete the City in the Sky in order to complete this entire dungeon. But with that, guys, I reckon I'll just speed up the footage, play some awesome music, and kill a whole bunch of baddie enemies. And you know, I might scream here and then, because this is gonna be tough. I am impressed that you made it this far, hero. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Farron Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the power that allows one to break through massive, frozen blocks of ice. I am impressed that you made it this far. Fairies to Elden Spring, and you need the power that allows one to become the master of lifeless statues. there's actually something interesting I want to show off on this floor. Now, you might have seen a few digging spots on some floors. Most of them will drop hearts, except hero mode, but this one here will drop a silver rupee. Very nice. Now, for coming down this far, this is floor 40 we are on right now. Only 9 floors, maybe 9 floors of enemies remain. But judging by that last one, you can tell it's gonna be tough. Anyway, we now have fairies in the Lanayru Spring. Out of springs to put fairies in now. However, we do need the power to move freely from wall to wall. The double claw shot. Which we already have. And I think I already have it equipped. So arrows / bomb arrows are extremely useful. But the ball and chain. Oh man, the ball and chain is your best friend for the Cave of Ordeals. That and, well, you know, the magic armor. But, I mean, look at this. And that is all 60 of the post souls! Woo! I got it! Yes! Okay. What's this? A whole bunch of skeletons? Oh, no. I know exactly what this is. This is it, guys. The last floor. Floor 49. Last floor before the Great Fairy. 3 of these guys. Okay, going okay. Okay, one's shield down on one, shield down on one. This red one's always the worst. I think the red ones are actually meant to be tougher than the other ones. Like maybe they do more damage or something. I think actually each different color of the Dark Knights has a different class. Like, more damaging attacks, but are also weaker to certain hidden skills. I'm taking so much damage! Come on, you're dead, you're dead. Okay, one down! You're almost dead too. There we go, 2 down. Just you. There we go. Almost there. This is easy. It's practically free now. Just backslice, backslice, backslice. That's all I have to do. And a few jump attacks as well might help. Bang! I did it! I didn't. I didn't use a fairy. Although I did go through 2 rare true jellies. Now, the last stamp of the Cave of Ordeals is right here. Don't forget it. Don't jump off the ledge. There it is, the fairy stamp. And actually, there might be one more down here. Or is that it? No, that's it. If I take a look at our stamps, 45. We are only missing 5 stamps. We are so close, guys. So close. You cleared many ordeals. How impressive. In praise of your courage, I was about to say courageous. In praise of your courage, I will give you this blessing. You got the Great Fairy's tears! This sacred water contains the Great Fairy's prayers. Drink this, and you should be able to clear any difficulties that you might encounter ahead. If ever you need my assistance again, visit any spring. Many on the surface cry out for one with powers like yours. You must go back. So we can now grab a Great Fairy's tears. Also, fairies. I am putting one in a bottle right now. So, whenever you use the bottle of Great Fairy's tears that the Great Fairy gave you, you will be able to obtain more Great Fairy tears just by returning here and talking to the Great Fairy. Now, before I finish off, there are actually a couple of things left to do. First of all, I want to head up here, as with the double claw shots, we will now be able to... You start off down there, don't you? Oh, of course, I mess this up every time. Oh, but hey, I'm getting healed from this. Not like I needed healing, there are fairies up here anyway. That do the job for me. But... we can now... What? What just happened? Why did I not do anything there? That was very weird. I am so confused. I don't know what happened there, guys. Anyway, though, grabbing these claw shots. So right now, we currently have 2 Great Fairy tears, and we have 2 fairies as well. Now, I can also grab a rare true jelly yet again, if I wanted to, or, you know, if I ran into one. And I think that would technically be the ultimate setup that we could have on our bottles. 2 Great Fairy tears, a rare true jelly, and a fairy. Even so, though, I think I'll be fine with just 2 fairies. Anyway, in here we have one 100 rupee chest. And if I head down this side, we have yet another 100 rupee chest, I believe. You know, I just thought I'd grab these because, you know, I was here and I could. But I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go to Hyrule Castle Town. Now, when you do fly-by-fours, completely unrelated, I know, right? But when you do fly-by-fours, there you can actually land on one of these serpent heads outside of the Lanayru Spring. Any mail? No mail. Cool. And I think I want to stay as Wolflink, in fact, as we are going to see Giovanni. But, anyway, so outside of the Lanayru Spring, there are 2 serpent heads. On top of each, there is a treasure chest. Now, I believe you can make it to one of the heads using a cuckoo from Fly-by-Fours. However, the other one, you won't be able to reach unless you have the double claw shot. Now, I'm fairly certain they both just contain 100 rupees each. I can tell you for certain they don't contain any collectibles. But here we are at Giovanni's place, so let's dig inside and restore his life. Or his body, at least. By handing over the remaining 40 post-ups. 60 in total. Oh, you did it! Look at me! I'm back to my old self again! Thanks to you, everything in my life is coming up roses! Ha ha ha! Oh, of course, I need to thank you. Please accept this. You got 200 rupees! Alright, I need to let my girlfriend know that I'm back. And if we dig our way out and head to Telma's bar, we can actually see something quite interesting. That is, if it lets me transform. I did scare a few town folk on the way here. Nope, can't transform. Just have to leave the town. But that's okay, because there is something down to the south of the town that I want to check out. So here in Telma's bar, yeah, I know I said I was leaving town, but we can now find Giovanni here. And if we talk to him, I said if we talk to him. Whoa! I hadn't seen her in a while, and she'd started dating another man. Poor Giovanni, now he's lost his girlfriend. So here, south of Castletown, we've covered almost everything in this game now, guys. Just over there where those guys are flying around, there is a digging cavern with probably just 100 rupees inside it, but more importantly, that is a great place to catch the Hylian pike if you don't have it in your journal. I just happened to be lucky enough to get it in the fishing hole when I was going for the bass, which is usually the most common thing there. But hey, I'll take it. Anyway, down here, we will find these claw shot targets. And I do actually want to be careful I don't fall down, because falling down this hole isn't just a bottomless pit. That will take me down to Lake Hylia. But down here, there is a chest. And in this chest, we will obtain a stamp, the Hylian alphabet V stamp, and I think that is every stamp of the alphabet, 4 stamps remaining. And yes, that's every stamp for the alphabet. Just 4 stamps, including the very last one there. But I forgot to grab something from Jangle, actually, after helping out Giovanni, so I'll see you guys back in Castletown. So if I dig my way back into Giovanni's house after leaving it, I think you have to leave and come back, but this might happen for you without having to leave. If you talk to Jangle, oh, it's you. I see. So my master got dumped, huh? Well, I guess it goes to show that for humans, it's all about money. I guess that means we don't need any more money, so you can take it all. After seeing Giovanni in Telma's bar, you will get given 200 rupees anytime you leave the house and come back in and talk to Jangle. Unlimited money! Here, take this too. But we will also get the rupee stamp for collecting all 60 pose and seeing Giovanni broken up, sadly. But with that, guys, I think that is everything that I had to cover. There's just 3 stamps remaining. We have all the pose, all the heart pieces, and every other collectible in between. Filled out the fishing journal. And we have just 1 hidden skill remaining, which lies just behind, like seriously, just behind the barrier blocking off Hyrule Castle, which we shall break, we shall shatter, and destroy in the next episode. So, this has been Spiraling Helix. Next time, we are ready to shatter the barrier covering Hyrule Castle and enter to defeat Ganon. See you guys next time, everybody. Bye-bye.